Hey! Welcome to Barnes& Noble! What is it I can get for you today? Is there any way that I might be able to help you? You said you want a turkey club! Well, I think the fiction novels are upstairs somewhere. I know the kids section is, and only kids read fiction, right? Is this for your child? Is this for your son? Oh, you have a cat. Oh my goodness. A cat would love Turkey Club. Oh, I read Turkey Club when I was a young child, and it was read to me by my parents. Turkey Club is one of my favorite novels of all time. Let me tell you now. One of my favorite novels of all time. I'm telling you right now. Whether you want me, whether you're letting me or not. Turkey Club. It's where all turkeys go into the middle of a traffic circle into what they think is the only piece of woods left in the world because everything else is industrialized. Oh, it's so cute. It's a children's novel. Children. Oh, you're not looking. That's not what you. I'm sorry. We don't serve sandwiches here. This is like a bookstore. Not exactly sure why you would think that we have food here, but we do have Turkey Club, one of my favorite childhood novels. In the Turkey Club, they do various things, various creative endeavors, such as making turkey clubs, making salads, placing hits on the president. It's such a cute. Oh, okay. So you're not in the mood for Turkey Club anymore, are you? What is it? Maybe can I help you today? Oh, you're looking for a chai tea latte. Well, let me tell you, the cookbooks, which I believe includes tea, are going to be over on my right over here. This is my station where I help people find books. So maybe if you want to make something, you just go over to the cookbooks. They have Bobby Flay. I'm positive. I've seen him do it with my own eyes. I'm sure. Where'd my hat go? It's my uniform. I hope everything stays uniform, because if not, I wouldn't know where the cookbooks are anymore. I'm sure. I've seen it with my own eyes. Bobby Flay. Dearest customer, it seems as if you passed out on the floor, so I took up one of Bobby Flay's great cookbooks, and I brought a chai tea latte to beneath your nose, and the moment you smelled chai, then you woke up again. Wow, there you go again, falling on the floor as if you have no food in your system. I wonder if we can do something about that. This time, I put a pumpkin spice latte on your nose, and you were glad to wake up. It seems that just anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's just the way it looks to me for some reason. I can't tell you why. So, what is it that I might help you with today? Oh, I see. So you're very hungry, huh? Maybe that's why you've been passing out the whole time. So, maybe I can recommend you to the children's section of the escalator. They have How to Eat Fried Worms. It seems to be a nutritional book. I'm not sure how it's dedicated to children, but as far as I've heard in reviews, it's better than the Bobby Flay cookbooks that we have chai tea latte recipes in. Luckily, we also had a pumpkin spice tea latte. Now, why might that not work? How to eat fried worms sounds absolutely delicious. If you go to China, they eat tofu with mold on it. So if you look at other foods from that relativity, everything seems delicious. Though I have yet to try it, so I'm not gonna knock it just yet. I might knock this camera that I'm using. Not that I'm using a camera, because we're at Barnes & Nobles. Welcome to Barnes & Nobles. What might I help you with today? Oh, you want one of the blondies that we have here? Well, it seems that there are a couple of cute women who work at this place, but I'm not sure this is exactly the situation they would want to be flirted with in. So perhaps you can give it a try. Not that I'll bring one over. I have my work to do. It's a very important post. I show people where the books are. So if you have a question about any of our products at Barnes & Noble, just let me know. You want me to show you to the door? Well, we do have some records in the back. I believe we have the Dark Side... Not the Dark Side of the Moon, but whatever the Doors albums are called. The End, perhaps? I don't know if it's a song at least. There are some vinyls in the back of the store. So if you would like to head over to the back over there, I'm sure you'll find some Doors. You know, personally, I've enjoyed them myself to some degree. It sounds like a dystopia, just living there in all eternity. Every single song, every 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 song. If you put the entire discography together as if it's a one whole instead of just individuals, like as if you were putting humans into a tribe, it sounds like dystopia, which is not ironic. It's not a coincidence, because that's what happens when you put individual people into a group and make it a tribe too. Dystopia occurs. Is there anything else I might be able to help you with today? If you happen to stay awake, if I can. At this point, you're looking for a gun? Well, let me help you out with that there. There is an encyclopedia of firearms. If you head all the way over to the back and you... Whoa! Optum! It seems as if you passed out again! But, let me tell you, I put an open 10mm cartridge beneath your nose, and you snorted up that gunpowder like a champ. That's what woke you up this time. I figured if you were looking for a firearm encyclopedia, then that might help you enjoy what you're doing. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. So allow me to help you. You said you want the encyclopedia of firearms, right? If you go over to the side of the building over there, right where by the CDs are, I don't know why we carry CDs. I know I don't have much time to say this, but goddamn am I trying today, guys. This camera is giving me more problems than you can ever know. I'm going to shoot it with 10mm, absolutely the plan. It's going to be destroyed, and I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be like my soul being released from a spiritual cage. So, I hope you enjoy what I was able to do today. This is going to disconnect in just several seconds like it has been. The best I got out of it was like 4 minutes. Not even 4 minutes. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to try and go and get another camera today. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'll redo this video. I just wanted to upload this because holy fuck. It's been frustrating trying to get this thing to work. But, you know. What are you going to do? Patience is a virtue, and I'm very appreciative for life as it is. So, you know, check out my other stuff because it's much higher quality. It's probably a lot quieter, and it's complete, unlike today's work. I'll remake this video, but I just want to get this upload out so I can explain to you guys the situation, and, you know, I'm trying to make content, man. I mean, jeez. So, thank you very much for saying what's up. Head down to my other content. It's okay stuff, you know. It's much higher quality than this, and the camera doesn't cut out like this. I basically what will go wrong, what can go wrong will go wrong. So check out my other stuff. If you enjoyed it all, leave a like and subscribe for the future. I'm going to be getting a new camera soon because this thing is truly failing me. So look forward to that. And stick around, subscribe to stick around for that kind of thing. It seems you passed out again! This has been a really interesting experience for me. I've never had someone pass out at Barnes & Noble's 3 times in a row. Okay, so for that tea, you said you want a venti? Well, I do believe that we have some language translation books in the back of the store. Or perhaps in the front of the top section. If you just take the escalator upwards, and you look for the language learning section, I'm sure you'll find something that can tell you what venti means, because I sure can. When I was a young child, I was being taught Spanish by Muzzy, but I was just never interested, and so I never ended up learning. I'm surprised I ever even learned English in the first place. My parents had an interesting way of speaking, though, so that changes things for me quite a bit. It made it quite a bit easier to learn. So here we are now, me teaching you about all the branches of Barnes and Nobles. I'm glad you've joined us today. Instead of being at Borders, because they're better, but they're gone. For some reason, we have the monopoly on bookstores instead of Borders. I simply can't understand it. We're much worse. And they even used to have a coffee shop. In that coffee shop, you could get a hot chocolate. And there would be a wafer chocolate stick coming out of the top, and that was the entire appeal of the whole thing. Who cares about hot chocolate so long as you get the candy bar? Not me. Imagine there were possibly a place. Imagine there were a place you can go in Barnes & Noble to get some refreshments. It would be so lovely. But no. That's just not what we do around here. We only have books, and I apologize for that. Oh, and blondies, just like you seem to be interested in. Why don't you go talk to the young woman over there? She's helping people out, and she has nice glasses on with a horizontally striped shirt. With pink and blue and yellow and green and red and purple and orange and indigo and magenta and eggplant and charcoal and eggshell, and she's wearing that horizontally striped shirt. She's a nice young woman. I've talked to her several times. She said that she's primarily interested in cinematography, but this is just something to get her by until she makes it to where she wants to go. So, if you're looking for a blondie, which I'm afraid I couldn't provide you, well, I suppose I could. There's a Sally Beauty store nearby, so I probably likely could bleach my hair and provide you with a blondie, but that seems to be outside of my pay grade. I believe that Barnes & Noble would not wish to provide me any money to bleach my hair or to go out to Sally and buy a hair product. They would not wish to pay me for that time, and I am in desperate need of money in order to survive. So, please, go speak to the young woman over there if you're searching for a blonde. Okay, no blondie, just a venti coffee. A venti coffee. I never had tea and coffee combined together before, especially not originating from a vent. How might that taste? I imagine it's quite dusty. Oh, you enjoy venti coffees. How do you take it? Dusty, just like I thought. Well, it seems to me that I can't help you with much of that, but as I mentioned before, there are some cookbooks on the side of me over here in the back of the store. I don't know why they put me back here. It seems that most people don't come for me to learn about where the books of the store are. They simply just ask me for things that I don't have, and I fail at my work. Even though it's what I am absolutely most passionate about, I seem to be failing at my work, and so I can help you a little more in any way I possibly can, but it doesn't seem to be true that I can. So perhaps you'll go speak with that blondie that you seem to be quite interested in. And while reading Turkey Club, it's one of my favorite kids' novels. Maybe you'll learn Spanish at the same time. If you do, come back to me. I'd love to know a second language. You're much more hireable that way. Perhaps I wouldn't be struggling for survival if I knew Spanish. Otherwise, this has been a lovely engagement, and I look forward to seeing you in Barnes & Nobles in the future. Perhaps we'll listen to the Doors sometime and dream about what dystopia might be like in the future, since we're cascading toward it at a rapid rate every single day. Thanks so much for coming to Barnes & Nobles. I hope you found what you're looking for, and I'm sure you did because I explained quite a bit to you. There is a line of 18 customers behind you now, and so I hope they get to enjoy what they want too. Thanks so much for coming to Barnes & Noble. I never met Barnes or Noble myself before, so I wonder, what could they be like? Are they friends with Bobby Flay, since they have Bobby Flay's cookbooks inside of their store? Are they friends with Jim Morrison, since he's not dead and he's living on an island somewhere with Jimi Hendrix? Could it possibly be that Barnes is a farmer and Noble is a knight? Because if so, they live up to their names. I believe in people who live up to their names, like Bobby Flay. He flays mignon. He enjoys flaying mignon, and he even writes about it in his book where you can learn how to make a turkey club. Now that I think about it, a turkey club is a food too. Man, what a coincidence that is, since all you've been interested in is music, women, and coffee. Coffee's not food. Coffee is fuel like gas. But not for me. I don't drink coffee because I want it, but I don't need it. I'm like an engine that runs on vegetable oil. Why couldn't engines just run on water, since hydrogen is combustible and water has hydrogen in it? It's just curious to me, why are we still using fossil fuels? I'm not even an economist or an ecologist or anything, but it just seems like there are ways to be more efficient. Why don't we have solar panels on top of cars? It seems like it would make complete sense. It would be completely charged anytime you had it out in the sun for a little while. One time, I was working at a vineyard on Long Island, and there was this man. He approached me in his Tesla. He didn't approach me, but his Tesla approached me and brought him with it. And he asked me, since I worked there, he said, "Do you have a Tesla charger here?" I said, "No, we don't have a Tesla charger here. The one I can think of that's closest is 10 minutes away." He says, "Oh no, I only have 3 minutes left of charge in my Tesla. In my Tesla that doesn't take gas, it only takes charge. It only takes electricity. If that man had a solar panel, he'd probably still be at 100%. If he wasn't at 100%, he'd be able to park for a couple minutes and charge. But no, you need to buy a charger, and you need to buy the Tesla? You need to buy the car? And you're telling me it doesn't even fuel itself without you needing to put any effort into it? I just can't understand. It doesn't sound like something that a fancy vineyard would allow on its premises. Even though my car runs on fossil fuels. But if I were to have my ideal car, I would have an electric Mini Cooper. Electric Mini Coopers are stylish and not British, but they are. Mini is a child company of British Motor Works, which is of German company. So they put the British flag on the front of their mirrors and on top of the car, where you might have a solar panel instead of a British flag. But maybe as an American, you wish to have a British flag there to show your British pride. I've seen it plenty of times in America, though I wouldn't want to have that kind. I've also seen Mini Coopers that have the convertibility, which is very strange to me. It looks like shit. But anyway, is there anything I can help you with here at Barnes & Noble's today? The Encyclopedia of Firearms! I don't believe you can get a firearm there from the book itself, but there are plenty of gun stores, even though we're on Long Island, where you can get 10-round magazines. Yes, 10 rounds! Only 10! It's a little bit different than other states where you get to have 100-round C-mags, which is quite interesting. In there, though, you might be able to learn what you wish you could have that you can't since we're in New York. That's always so fun, to see what you might want and not be able to ever get it. I hope you're not restricted to a job here, or you're never leaving this place. You'll never make enough to leave, and you'll barely make enough to survive. So just keep grinding and keep rocking in the free world. Is there anything else I might help you with today, my dear? You asked me what happened to Borders. Well, as I've told you once before, I read Turkey Club many times as a young child, within which was made turkey clubs, as well as house salads, as well as Greek salads, as well as hits on the president. And so, in my youth, instead of learning Spanish from Muzzy, which you can find at the top upstairs. Muzzy's a great resource for children to learn languages, so you might want to head up there and get a disc yourself. Although I'm not sure who uses CDs anymore, so you might just be able to download it. But don't tell my employer I told you to download anything, because that brings sales away from the company. But as I mentioned, as a child, I read about hits being put on the president by turkeys who live in a traffic circle. That taught me a significant amount. I guess the camera's staying on now. As for the CEO of Borders, I simply pretended that he or she was the president, and I ended their business in the name of Barnes & Noble. I finished their work, even though they had the greatest hot chocolate I ever had in my life. In all of my days, I never had a better hot chocolate. But as an avid researcher of the Turkey Club series, and as a deeply, deeply committed advocate for the business of Barnes & Nobles, I knew what had to be done. I knew what I had to do with my life. I knew what my purpose became. 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 I knew exactly what I needed to do. I killed the CEO of Barnes & Nobles, and the company could collapse after that. I can't get my hot chocolates anymore since Barnes & Noble doesn't have a cafe or a Starbucks or its own thing. It just has books and media, which you can listen to The Doors on vinyl in if you purchase it. We do not have a record player here. So if there's nothing else I might be able to help you with, then I hope you have an excellent day. You have been talking to me for so long. There's a line here of 138 people. So perhaps I'll get to them and be able to help them as much as I was able to help you since you passed out 3 times. I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you so much for being here. And see you on the flip side. Now, if I had a YouTube channel, I would tell the viewer to subscribe to it in order to see content again like this in the future. Although I'm not sure anyone who would want to see anything like this again in the future, especially if they're trying to go to sleep. But it seems that you went to sleep several times, so perhaps if I were running an ASMR channel, which I'm not since I'm just a Barnes & Noble's worker, this is effective at putting people to sleep. Thank you so much for, if I were a YouTuber, I would say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. And Godspeed and be excellent to others. If you enjoyed this or any of my other content, subscribe to see more. And if you liked any part of this, then be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. If you wish to see any of this again, leave a comment below saying that you liked it or hated it, no matter what your opinion was. But I'm not a YouTuber, so I would never say that. I'm just going to say thank you so much for coming to Barnes & Noble's and enjoy your day. Now I have to deal with a line of 147 other people in a similar interaction of telling them where to go to get what they wanted at Barnes & Noble's. Thank you for coming to Barnes & Noble's. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me today. For taking the time out of your day to join me. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. Godspeed. Be excellent to others.